Next one is the column from examples. Next one is the column from examples. So this is a super awesome feature that is available in Power Query. Okay. So using this feature, you can create a new column by feeding some sample output data for few rows. Okay. Based on the data that you feed it, it can understand or infer the pattern or the logic that is needed to populate your new column. Okay, for the remaining values. Okay, remaining values in that specific column. Okay, I'll just show you here so that you'll be able to understand. If I just talk about the theory, you will not be able to understand. But if I explain it with some example, I believe you should be able to understand. Look here. In this case, I just go here. Okay, we'll start with a simple example. Here we have order date, right? We have order date. So there is a requirement. You need to first display the year, followed by the month, followed by that you need to specify the date. Okay, so for that you should know the M language functions like text dot from, text dot start, right? So there are multiple functions are available. You need to know that one. And especially if the logic which are going to use it to extract or reformat the value, if that involves the complex thing, that is when the column from examples comes for our rescue. Okay, this is a pretty simple way of extracting the specific values from your column. For example, I just go and select the order date and then column from examples here. Not from all columns. I want to select the values from this column. So from selection, so I selected order date and then I clicked on column from example. You have two options. I'm going to select the second one. So I'm not going to do for all the columns. I won't do it only for that order date column. Here what I do is I just move, yeah, order date is there, right? Next to that, we can see this one. I just move this. Okay, let it be there. So this order date, in this column, whatever values are there, you need to change the year, month, date format. So you can do it using the functions, the M language functions, but you are not familiar or you want to be smart. You don't want to break your head. Okay. So what you do is you feed some sample data 2012 hyphen 07 hyphen 31. Okay. So this one I have rewritten it like this 2012 hyphen 07 hyphen 31. Okay. And I'm going to press enter. Sorry. A little bit slow here. And here also I'm going to say 2013, the year first, and then the month, and then the last one is the date. I just press enter. That's all, guys. Look here, rest of the values in this column got filled automatically. But there are some issues here. Look here. In this case, the month started with 0, right? So what happened since I have typed the sample values, year hyphen 07. So what happened? It put 0 for the middle value. Just it prefixes the 0 for the middle value also here. In this case, it is fine, but in this case, it is not good, right? So again, you need to retype it. You need to tell him, hey, to put in this kind of scenario, you put the year, month, you put just 2 digits. Don't put, don't prefix 10 by 0, okay? Because for month, we have a 2-digit value. In this case, in the month, right, 7th month, the second month, it is single digit value. What happens is it puts the 0 automatically. But in this case, since we have fed the data like this, it can understand here all the middle values I need to prefix with 0. So now again, I'm going to tell, hey, in this case, don't prefix with 0. Simply put the value just like that. Now, if you see here, it made your life very simple, right? It understood the pattern. Now, it's something like, guys, in our house, we teach our kids, right? Let's say in your house, you have some kids and you teach them, hey, this is what the thing you need to do it. This is what you're not supposed to do it. What you do is you show the demo. Okay, so this is how you need to touch it. If you see smoke in a cup, don't touch it. Okay, you what you do is you show the kid and let's say you poured some hot milk or coffee in a cup, you can see the smoke coming out of that thing, right? So what it is, we go and show that we see the smoke is there. When I touch it, I'm going to, you just show the reaction. You suffer, right? You say, oh man, something like that. Okay. So the kid can understand, hey, if I touch that, it's going to. But again, you have some normal water. There is no smoke. You give a demo, right? Similarly, we give a demo to this, sample data. You feed the sample data. So once you feed, but when I fed these two sample data, what it understood, so okay, I need to reverse this one. So 2000, first I need to put year, and then hyphen, and then month, followed by and put the date. But what happened, it was, and then after typing the two values, when I pressed enter, it filled with the rest of the values as the correct format. But unfortunately here, already we have two digits, right? It puts zero. 1 second here, I'm getting some call. Now it made your life simple. Okay, the rest. So once you need to give some sample data here so that the rest of the values in your order date will get converted automatically in this column with this format, in the desired format. And if you look at here, look here, it created a script on your behalf. Though it is little bit challenging, right? It created a script from here automatically on your behalf. Text.combine date to text. See, order date is the date data type. So date to text, which means convert this as a text data type and then extract year and then put hyphen date to text. You convert the order date into text and extract only mm means the month number. Okay, hyphen date to text order date dd. So each here what happens, extract only the 4 digits of year and extract only the 2 digits of month, extract only 2 digits of date, and separate each things by hyphen. So for that, and then what it is, combine everything using text.combine. The interview can tell this also. Text.combine function also I used it. Not only from the interview point of view, even if you get into a new job, if you know all these functions, right, you can complete your task on time. Okay. So difficult scenarios, complex scenarios also you can handle it. If you know this, small function names, right, and its functionality, it will simplify your job. Okay. So this is one scenario we can use column from examples. So now you understood how powerful this feature column from examples is, right? It made your life simple, literally. You don't have to write this big script. Instead, you put some sample data. It can understand the pattern automatically. Which one? The column from examples. Okay. And then you click on OK. A new column is ready. Look here, custom column. You can specify you can rename the column by double clicking on it. Here you can say order, date. So in, the YY, MM and DD, something like that. Okay. This is for your sake. I just put it like this, but usually we don't use this naming convention. Okay. If you want to understand, let's say if I share this file, you need to open it and open the Power Query Editor and look at the right side, the steps, under the steps. Okay. And here what you do is you click on the added custom column. Next to that, you click on the wheel icon. It will take you here. Once again, it will open up a window. It shows what logic that I used it here, right? Or what logic it used it automatically. Behind the scene, this is what the logic used it, right? And other similarly, if you go up here, added conditional column, click on the wheel icon next to that, it will open up here. This is how you can learn from others code, okay, report file. That is how, guys, even we learned many logic, the complex logic, how to implement it, not only in Power BI, Python, and many languages by seeing the customer's code, okay? But how to understand what logic, where they written it, open the Power Query, you can click on the specific steps and you will get to know that, okay? Even for the replace value, if you click on it, you can see that you can understand, right? Remove columns, dollar, and the empty string, right? So replace the dollar by empty string in which column? Sales column. That is the logic I used it, right? But here I just did point and click. Okay, not all the time you can do point and click. There are some situations you may have to write some script, but the column frame examples, is a super cool feature using which you don't have to write script everything. Okay, if you want to reformat your thing, right, in that kind of situation, this is really, really helpful. Okay. So here I'll just show you one more scenario. Where is that state column? So if you want to search a specific column, go to view, click on go to column, and see if you have state or something like that. You just click on it here. There is no state column is available here. Yeah, sales W0, it should be there, but oh yeah, state is there and country column is there here. What I will do is I'm going to merge these two columns. Is there any way can I merge these two columns without writing any script? You know how to merge the text columns, right? You can use double ampersand followed by the column name. State followed by that ampersand and then the double quote and ampersand and followed with this column. If it's whether it will get combined. But is there any way can I merge the two columns without writing any script explicitly? Select these two columns, right click on it, and then merge columns. If you click on it, okay, the insert, best thing, right? I just select the last step here, and then I'm going to see it is not always mandated to select the last step, but it is always good, right? If you just select the last step so that this, so look here, merge columns. I did not write that script. I just selected these two columns. How to select more than one column at a time? You need to hold the control key and then press the other column. Right click on it, merge columns. If you click on it, it will open a separator. You want to merge these two columns based on what condition? Here space or semicolon equal sign and colon tab, or for example, I just use the space. Okay. Combine these two columns values into a single column. Okay. And leave the value, leave space in between the state and country column. Here, what I am going to do is, or, okay, what I'll do is, okay, let me do one thing. I'll just first country and state, right click on it and then merge columns. Sorry, I just keep the cursor here and merge columns. Here I select the separator space and I'm going to give a new column name as country state. So why should I merge the column? First, you understand how to merge the column. Okay, if the situation demands, you should be knowing that one also. And if you see here, country, state, both the values stored together in a single column. United States, space, New York. New York is the state. United States is the country name. Australia is the country name. And state is the New South Wales. So if you see here, the values are completely unstructured, which means we don't see any comma or any proper structure, right? So if you see here, United States, these two words put together tells us the country name, whereas here only one word tells us the country name. And New Zealand, if you see here, these two words conveys the country name. Somewhere the two words tells us the country name. A single word itself, in some cases, it tells us the values are not in the proper shape, unstructured. This is called unstructured. Okay. If all the country names are in two words, then it is a structured one. Somewhere it is, and even if you see the state name, here the state name is not two words, but three words are there for the state name. And in some cases, the state name is only one word. In this kind of situation, let's the customer is giving you the data like this. You don't have state and country columns are available separately, but they want you to break in the this column into two different columns. So it tells you, hey, create a country column and create a state column. The country column should display only the country name. State column should display only the state name. You might be asking this, and why do I need to combine these two columns? Why should I make it complication? The reason why I meshed these two columns is to show you how to use the menu option. Okay, select the two columns, decide two columns, right click on it. You have merge columns option is there. Just point and click. You don't have to write script. So is there any way can I write script? Yes, click on the new custom column. Click on the custom column in the add column. There you need to specify the country column followed by the ampersand and space and then ampersand and then state. But with that option, you can specify hyphen and all, right? But in this case, you don't have hyphen to separate the country and state. Okay, so this makes your life, little bit difficult. Forget about that. Let's say the customer gave you the data. In this, you don't have separate columns for country and state. He wants you to separate the country from this column into and put it in a new column, and state you separate it and put it in a new column. It's a little bit challenging, isn't it? So if I ask you to write a script, you should be knowing the script, everything. In that kind of situation, also, this comes for our rescue. Which one? The column from examples. So I'm going to see first you need to select the column and then click on the column from examples, the drop down, and select the second option from selection. Now we can see the country state along with the column from examples column. Okay, here I just type the column name. Okay, I just say, hey, you take only the United States. Wherever you see United States along with the state name, pick up only the United States. Okay, I just typed it. That's all. What happened? Since I put two words, it picks up automatically two words from the rest of the values. But here, Australia new. There is no country by the name of Australia new. So what I do is again, I say, hey, in this kind of situation, whenever you see Australia, single word, you pick up only Australia. But still, it shows here also that confusion is there. You need to feed some more data, okay? Australia, United States, Australia, Australia, and Germany you have. Look here, when you see Australia here, right? You just typed Australia 2 times. It's simply extracted Australia from here only 1 time, right? And United States, you typed it only once. Look here, automatically it extracted United States only from this value. So it made your life very simple, right? But if you see that if you have to write a query, you need to write something like that, right? Splitter dot split text by column, delimiter. Australia means code style is none, country state, in text dot combine. You need to write lines and lines of code. This one is a beautiful feature, isn't it? The column from example. This makes your life very simple. Just give some sample data, it automatically picks up. But if you see Senegal, Dakar, again, you need to go and type it. Hey, this is not, the country name. You just pick up only the Senegal, type only Senegal. So in this kind of complex data structure, right? So you need to feed some more data. For example, if you have 100,000 records, typing 100 records values will not take much time instead of finding the logic, writing a script and all, right? And if I click on OK here, so only the country I separated. Next step is same way you need to select the country state column and click on the column from and then you type only the state name. So here you extracted successfully the country name, country. Now it is your responsibility to extract the state alone from that country state column. That is an exercise for you. Give it a try, okay? Yeah, you have the country state column available here. Just scroll down and see it, you will find it, okay? So now you learned the applications of column from examples. This one simplify your job in terms of feeding some sample data to the base column in the new column, okay? So what will happen is based on the pattern that you type it, it understands the pattern and based on which it will extract the values from your source column. In our case, the source column country state, the target is the country column. Similarly, you can select the country state column, that is the source, and click on the column from example, a new column will get it. There you need to type only the state name. So in that case, it will pick up only the extract on the state name. You name that column as a state column. Okay, but you need to spend some time. Okay, just by typing two values, it will not be perfect. For example, Senegal, Dakar, right? Senegal is the country name, Dakar is the state name. And even Germany is the country name and Berlin is the state name. You need to type the, that value. Okay. See here, you need to key in more values so that it can learn from it. It's something like when you explain the concepts, the complex concept to the kid, you need to explain it with more examples, isn't it? The same way, the column from example is kind of a kid. See, this is how the machine learning algorithms works. Okay, we don't have to write script, just give some sample data. With that sample data, it learns the pattern. Okay, the same principle is applicable here also. Even the Power BI is powered by artificial intelligence features. Okay, see, it makes our life very simple. All you need to just give some sample data, it picks up, it reads the pattern, it picks up only that specific values or desired values instead of writing the code. So now that you have understood what is column from examples and how to create column from examples, how to create new column using the column from examples, and how to apply how to use this feature, right? How to implement, how to use this feature. And also we have seen the advantage of using column from examples, right? It made our life very simple.